Hello and welcome back. My name is Rod, and in this video we'll help you find your way around in Cafe MOBA for Salesforce. Now I'm working with the app's demo data. If you're working with your own data, then please note there may be some differences to what's shown here. If you'd prefer to follow along with demo data, then swipe from the right bezel of your iPad and touch the demo grid. So if you're ready to go, we'll get started. The first thing you should know is that Cafe MOBA for Salesforce is natively built for iPad. So all the gestures you're familiar with will work in the app too. For example, you can use your finger to move up and down the funnel or across the graph to change values or get additional information. You can also swipe tables like the opportunity name here and quickly scroll through entries. And you can select any item by touching it. The next thing to understand is that every Cafe MOBA dashboard is made up of a grid and components. While the number and shapes of components may change, a grid is always made up of components. In this case, we have a grid of 6. In Cafe MOBA, components also talk to each other. Notice, for example, if I touch a different stage in the funnel, other components are briefly highlighted and then change content. In general, components read the component to their left to know what to display. Here are some other things you should know about the Cafe MOBA for Salesforce dashboard. At any time, you can press the Information button, shown here in the title bar, to get a summary of what selections you've made. Other buttons in the title bar are Bookmark, so you can come back to this view, Sharing, so that you can email or copy a grid, and Settings, where you can access various app settings. As we've mentioned before, you can access our slider bar by swiping from the right bezel of your iPad. This accesses additional grids with a single swipe, or color themes with a double swipe. And note that you can also move up and down within this slider bar. Okay, a few other things. First of all, any component can be viewed in full screen by touching the expand buttons in the bottom left corner. We'll talk about what you can do in this view in another video later on. But by hitting the back button, we'll return to the home grid. Touching any of the arrows in the table will launch a pop-up giving you additional information about that entry. To close the pop-up, simply tap anywhere else on the grid. Finally, in the bottom right component, we have a browser showing LinkedIn information. You can interact within the component like you would in any mobile browser, or you can view it in full screen mode by pressing the expand button.